Imagine a world flickering under the soft, dim glow of gaslight. It's the late 19th century, a time of incredible invention and ambition. Into this world stepped two giants of electricity. On one side, we have Thomas Edison, the Wizard of Menlo Park, America's most celebrated inventor. A man who had already given the world the phonograph and the practical light bulb. On the other, a brilliant and visionary Serbian immigrant named Nikola Tesla, who arrived in America with little more than a few cents in his pocket and a head full of revolutionary ideas. Their meeting would spark not just innovation, but one of the most intense rivalries in the history of science, the War of the Currents. Tesla, armed with a letter of recommendation calling him a genius, walked right into Edison's bustling workshop. He was immediately put to work, tasked with improving Edison's already established system of direct current, or DC. Edison's DC power was simple. Electricity flowed in one constant direction. It worked, but it had a major flaw: it couldn't travel very far without losing power, meaning a power plant was needed on almost every city block. Tesla saw a better way. He envisioned a future powered by alternating current, or AC, where the flow of electricity could change direction, allowing it to be stepped up to high voltages, sent across vast distances with minimal loss, and then stepped back down for safe use in homes and businesses. He presented his ideas to Edison, but the older inventor, heavily invested in his DC empire, dismissed them outright. He saw AC not as progress, but as a direct threat. The tension was immediate. Edison had promised Tesla a handsome bonus of $50,000, a fortune at the time, if he could redesign his DC generators. Tesla, working tirelessly, succeeded brilliantly. But when he went to collect his reward, Edison scoffed. "Tesla, you don't understand our American humor." It was a joke, a cruel, dismissive joke that marked the end of their partnership. Feeling betrayed and undervalued, Tesla walked away. This wasn't just a resignation, it was a declaration of war. Alone and struggling for a time, even digging ditches to survive, Tesla never gave up on his vision for AC. Soon, his genius caught the eye of another powerful figure, the industrialist George Westinghouse. Westinghouse understood the potential of AC power. He saw what Edison refused to see, a way to electrify the entire nation, not just scattered city centers. He partnered with Tesla, buying his patents and providing him with the resources to build his system. The stage was now set for an epic showdown. Edison and his DC empire versus Tesla, Westinghouse, and the promise of an AC future. Edison, seeing his monopoly threatened, refused to go down without a fight. If he couldn't beat AC with science, he would beat it with fear. He launched one of the most ruthless smear campaigns in history. His goal was to convince the public that alternating current was a deadly, uncontrollable force, too dangerous for any home. He began staging grotesque public demonstrations. In front of horrified crowds and eager journalists, Edison and his associates used high-voltage AC, supplied by Westinghouse generators they'd secretly acquired, to electrocute stray dogs, cats, and even horses. They branded this gruesome act Westinghousing. He published pamphlets filled with dire warnings and lobbied state legislatures, pushing for AC to be used in the newly invented electric chair, forever associating it with death in the public mind. It was a vicious, calculated campaign to paint his rival's technology as a public menace. All the while, Tesla, a man more concerned with innovation than publicity, could only watch as his elegant system was demonized. But the true test of these competing technologies was yet to come. The year was 1893, and Chicago was hosting the World S. Columbian Expositioner, massive World S. Fair designed to showcase the pinnacle of human achievement. The fair needed to be illuminated, and the contract to light the fair became the ultimate battleground. Bidding for the job were Edison's General Electric, proposing their expensive DC system, and the underdog team of Westinghouse and Tesla with their AC technology. The competition was fierce, but Westinghouse, using Tesla's more efficient system, came in with a bid at a fraction of Edison's cost. They won. The pressure was immense. The world would be watching. If their AC system failed, it would be a public humiliation, proving Edison right. But it didn't fail. On opening night, President Grover Cleveland flipped a switch, and in an instant, nearly 100,000 incandescent lamps, powered by Tesla's AC polyphase system, bathed the fairgrounds in a brilliant, breathtaking sea of light. The White City, as it was called, was a spectacle unlike anything the world had ever seen. It was a dazzling, undeniable demonstration of the power, safety, and beauty of alternating current. millions of visitors witnessed the future. And the future was a sea. The victory at the Chicago World's Fair was a major turning point. But the final, decisive blow in the War of the Currents would be struck at one of nature's most powerful wonders, Niagara Falls. For years, engineers had dreamed of harnessing the immense power of the falls to generate electricity. But a critical question remained. How could that power be transmitted to cities like Buffalo, over 20 miles away? Edison's DC system was simply not an option. The power loss over that distance would be catastrophic. It was a challenge perfectly suited for Tesla's alternating current. A commission, led by the world-renowned physicist Lord Kelvin, was assembled to choose the right technology. Initially skeptical of AC, Kelvin and the commission were ultimately convinced by the success of the World's Fair and the undeniable superiority of the AC system for long-distance transmission. Westinghouse and Tesla were awarded the historic contract. In 1896, the switch was flipped. The power of Niagara Falls was converted into AC electricity and successfully transmitted to light up the city of Buffalo. It was a monumental achievement, proving beyond all doubt that AC was the key to a modern, electrified world. From that moment on, alternating current became the undisputed global standard for power generation and distribution. The very electricity flowing through your walls right now, powering the device you're watching this on, is a direct legacy of Nikola Tesla's vision and his victory in the epic War of the Currents. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story of rivalry and revolution as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the incredible moments that shaped our world. We'll see you in the next one.